Hey guys, today was a snow day for me, so anyone else in the Northeast or anyone who got some snow, hope you enjoyed your day off today. I was thinking, I've been working at my salon for almost a year now, so I wanted to do a video on the differences that I find between commission salons and booth rental. I know typically I do more of how-to type videos, so this one might be more for the stylist, that's for sure, but also I get clients that have questions about it as well. They wonder how it all works, so this will just break it down. Like I said, it's my opinion. If you guys have any questions or comments, let me know after the video and I will try to answer all of them. So I'd like to explain first what it means to be a commission stylist. If you're new and you're starting at a commission-based salon, typically if they're nice, they'll pay you hourly until you have enough clients to support yourself making commission. So for example, if you get to the point where you're on commission and let's just say the commission is 50%. If you do a haircut that's $50, you get 25 of that toward your check, and then they usually, some salons deduct a little extra for the shampoo you use, the products you used. So let's just say that was, another $5. So 20 of that went toward your check. It's not all the same, but that's what I've experienced. Now, when you rent a chair, what you bring in sales for the week is yours, except you're going to pay rent. So some salons will have you pay rent weekly. Some salons will have you pay rent daily, by the month. That's all different, but basically that's what comes out of your pay is your rent. You have to set aside money for taxes, and inventory or anything like that you use during the day is also yours. So on the subject of inventory, when you work for a salon, color is usually provided for you. Styling products are provided for you. Tools can go either way, but my point is they usually pick a brand or whatever that the overall salon uses. So that's nice for someone that doesn't want that responsibility of having to get that stuff themselves or worry about that or do inventory. But on the other end, if you rent a chair, you can use whatever product you want. So you might love something and wish your salon carried it. Well, now's your opportunity if you rent a chair, because you can choose your products, you can mix and match products. You don't have to just carry one line. And that is something that I find is nice for clients because you're really recommending something you truly believe in. Okay, so now I think we should talk about education, because along with products, you usually need education or anything new that's coming out and you want to be able to do it. Education is so important. And the nice thing about commission salons is they typically do provide education as long as it's beneficial to most of the stylists in the salon overall. So that is something great about working for a commission-based salon. Now, when you rent a chair, you seek your own education, which really I've still been doing education once a month. The girls that I work with love it too, so we'll all do it together, which makes it fun. And what's nice is we really could pick and choose what we want to learn. It's not just something that someone decides we have to learn. A huge thing about commission-based salons is you will most likely have a receptionist. So a receptionist is basically the coordinator of the entire salon. It is who should be keeping you on time, keeping everyone organized, taking phone calls, booking appointments, all of that. When you rent a chair, it can go either way. You can have a receptionist or you cannot. I had to start off not having a receptionist, which was something that I was not used to, but what I found to love about it is my timing got so much better, because not every balayage is going to take the same amount of time. I know my clients' hair. I know some of them have finer hair, some of them have more hair. So my timing has really been amazing since I have been booking my clients myself. Yes, it's a lot more responsibility, but it's also nice if I need to stay a little later or come in earlier. All of that is up to me, and I have the opportunity to offer that to my clients as well, which I'm sure at a commission salon you could also do. It's just more communication with your receptionist. On the note of being my own receptionist, I am my own boss, where that means if I want to go on a vacation, I book the week off in advance. I let all my clients know. and everyone is happy. There's no one in shock that I'm away or no one going to another stylist behind my back. Everyone has an ample amount of time to figure out if they want to come in the week before, the week after, anything in between, and that is an awesome thing. If you work for a commission salon, obviously you have a boss, so you just have to run it by them and make sure you get your time off and everything. There is just still the chance that your boss still wants to get your clients in even though you're gone, so they might possibly go to someone while you're gone, which when you work for a commission salon, there's an understanding that the clients are salon clients, so that's okay. So salon attire. If you work for a commission-based salon, there typically is some type of dress code. There are more free-spirited salons out there which won't have a dress code, and they want their stylists to be able to represent themselves in their own way. And then there are some salons that like you to wear all black. This can go either way for you. It's just what you prefer. Sometimes having a dress code is easier because you know exactly like, okay, I have to wear all black today. It's very easy to grab things out of your closet and put things together. Whereas if there's no dress code, sometimes people have to spend more time in the morning getting ready or match things. And, it's the same thing as wearing school uniforms. People hate it because they can't show their personality or whatever through their clothes, but it saves them a lot of time in the morning. So as a booth renter, same thing. In your contract, it could say that you should be wearing some type of dress code. But for me, we just have to dress, the part. So that means professional, but we could be trendy. We can wear colors, and that's been really nice. My closet has expanded, and that I didn't have any room for anything else, but that's okay. So I also just wanted to touch on the end of the day, the workday at a commission salon. It's different everywhere. Sometimes there are expectations for closing where you have to wait for the other stylists to be done and clean and leave. And then there are places that just let you, do your share of cleaning and leave for the day. At a booth rental salon, there is a myth that it can get out of hand because someone that works there does not clean. At my salon, we all came from Paul Mitchell to school. We all have the same background. We all have an understanding of what needs to get done so that everyone can go home and enjoy their night. So the first person that leaves will clean as much as they can so that the next person that leaves just has to touch up a few things, and it goes like that. And by the time the last person leaves, there's only a couple things for them to do, not a big mess, so that we can all get out of there as soon as possible. So for a booth renter, you leave work at work. For a salon, it can be the same exact way. You just do what you have to do before you leave and you go. Some salons, when you're scheduled from one time to another, you may not have a client. So let's say in the middle of your day you don't have a client. You usually are expected to be cleaning or doing something with your time since you are working, where when you're a booth renter, you can run out and do an errand, you can schedule some of your clients, you can get some cleaning done if you prefer, but you can also move up a client. So if you have a 4 o'clock gap and you're working till 8 and your 4 o'clock no-showed you can then come in, you can then call your 6 o'clock and see if they'd like to move up to 4 so that you can get out earlier. So that's just something that I like about renting a chair. I've touched on a lot, so I just want to talk about a couple other things that I find are not true with booth renting that give us a bad rep. So I said about cleanliness. That is a big fear, that you will be renting a chair and the person next to you just has no manners. That is not something I've experienced. I'm sure it does happen in some cases, and you do have to watch out for it. Uneducated stylist is something huge that booth renters get called. But if you want to, you can be more educated than anyone else out there. It's what you put into it. So, there are, I'm sure, booth renters that have been doing it for 20 years and do not keep up with education. And I'm sure there are commission salons that do the same exact thing. So that is just something that I also haven't experienced. Another thing is no team qualities, or, supporting each other as a team. I completely find that the girls I work with all support each other as a team. We can still go to each other with questions, or we still compliment each other's work. We still greet the clients. It's just the atmosphere that you're in. So you just want to find somewhere that suits you best, just like a commission salon. So another thing could be a fear of disrespect with walk-ins, meaning if you work at a commission salon, typically the walk-ins go to the newest stylist, or they can go to the stylist that's been there the longest. That's just something that a salon will tell you when you're applying. But when you are renting a chair, you're typically booked the hours that you're working, because like I said, you can change around your schedule. So if a walk-in comes in, the worry is that the person next to you will take advantage of it. Well, if they're free, they should, because otherwise what I would do is, greet the client, give them a menu, give them a card, or, one of the other girls' cards, and let them know that they're welcome to schedule something, but, no one has time today, if that's the case. So that's just also something that I haven't found to be a challenge at all. And also pricing. If you rent a chair, you make up your own prices. If you work for a salon, there could be tiers of prices. So there could be stylists that make less and stylists that make more. But if you rent a chair, you charge what you want. So that has also been said to be a challenge within booth rental salons, because they might want to go to the person next to you over you because they charge less. Well, that's just also something I have not experienced at all. Like I said, I'm sure it happens, but I just basically wanted to put this out there, because the bottom line is being a booth renter is so much responsibility. It's basically, it is running your own business. You're just not running any other people. So it's basically like being a salon owner without having the responsibility of other stylists, without, actually owning the salon or the building. So that's just how I feel. I hope you guys got a lot of good info out of this video. And know it's a lot of responsibility to rent a chair. Working for a salon could definitely be an easier solution if you do not like responsibility, as I've said a ton of times. And you can be very busy in a commission salon and make a ton of money and not have to worry about getting your own products and inventory and all of that. So far, so good with renting a chair. I would not go back to a commission-based salon at this point. I feel like I am completely used to it. Like I said, it's almost been a year. I also have no desire to own my own salon, so this is just a very, very comfortable place for me. So if anyone has any questions, please write them below. And like I said, this was all just my own personal experience and opinion. So if you have something else you'd like to share, let me know as well. Thank you. Hope everyone enjoyed.